Hey, it's 2025, and here on the Renew Home Team, we're starting our new podcast. The Renew Group is here. I'd like to introduce ourselves. My name is Anthony Renew.
My name is Rosie, a realtor.
Betsy Palma.
Jake the Snake.
Jake the
Wait, we
Snake.
have nicknames?
I should have said it. Yeah. So.
Oh, I don't have a nickname.
Oh, did
That's
I
what
screw
we-
that
I
up?
was left out.
No, you weren't paying attention when we were talking about
Okay, so that's how this is gonna go. That's a good start. All right.
Betsy
So this
was
is
on
episode
her
number
phone.
1. Yeah,
Sorry.
Betsy was on her phone.
I was on my
That's-
phone.
So this is our first episode. Happy New Year to everybody. Wish you nothing but health and prosperity throughout this new year. We wanted to give you content all 2025 and beyond, just talking about the housing market, things happening right now outside the housing market and just in real life, and in just you get to see a little bit about what we do. So here we are, episode number 1. So first topic, let's jump right into it.
That's exciting. Let's do it.
What is the first topic? What are we going to cover?
The first topic, I mean, we might as well, it's 2025.
New Year's resolution.
New Year's resolution.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, Betsy, you got something in
Betsy,
mind?
What?
It seems like
Yeah.
you gotta go. Come on,
You know.
Betsy.
Go ahead, Betsy.
This year, and like every year, the first one is to lose weight.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
5
keep that-
5
hey,
a.m. at the gym.
Right.
I will
that's it.
see you
That's
there.
it.
Jake
365.
runs 10 miles a day.
Let's
so
go.
How that
That's
goes.
That's it. Yeah.
Get it right.
Easy.
It's 12.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Yeah, 12
Oh,
miles.
it's 12? Okay.
No, that's
Jake.
that's good. That's good, Betsy. That,
Oh, it's-
Yeah.
I think you know what that made the top of the list. I heard some reviews on the radio the other day. They're talking
Really?
about that's like the top of everybody's list.
And the gym gets packed. You're one of those people. You show up.
Actually, no. I start at home in the garage with whatever I have, and then I transition to a gym because between January and March is so packed, and then little by little they start trickling down. You know,
So,
That's
so you buy
perfect.
yourself some gym equipment already?
I have it there. It's been there for like about 3 years.
Oh, okay. Nice and dusty.
Nice and dusty.
Nice and
Absolutely.
dusty, yeah.
What about you, Rosie? What do you got on the top of your list for 2020?
Just to have this baby. That's it.
Oh,
That's
I
it.
got you.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Congratulations,
That's
by the
it.
way.
Thank you.
The second of many.
Yes. Wow.
many.
The
Wow.
many.
Whoa,
Wow.
You agreed, of course. You agreed.
I
Yeah.
did agree. But no, February, as soon as I have this baby, then I will transition into being healthier. That's it. That's my
There you
goal.
go.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good.
Betsy, I actually haven't bought equipment yet, but I'll get there.
There you go.
Don't worry. We'll go back and forth.
Okay.
There you go.
Your garage one day, my garage next day.
There we go. There we go. I like it. I like it.
What
So
about you?
I was just gonna sorry, I didn't mean to chime in on you there. So mine's a continuation of this year
Oh,
Okay.
because I got better at it, but I have more room for improvement, and that's to practice gratitude and gratefulness.
Love it.
Sounds like maybe corny and cliche, but honestly, like you start getting too greedy, you start wanting things, and your gratitude is out the window. So that's what I'm trying to practice. I'm trying to
Jake,
trying to
that-
appreciate what I have.
You know what, Jake?
Yeah.
That's part of your retirement, huh? Like the fact that you're retired now, you got time.
It is.
You're like,
It is. It's yes. There's more time.
Yeah.
It's been great. I can appreciate it a little bit better. So that's my goal.
That's awesome.
So I have to, so I was already thinking, it's not cliche, because I was already thinking that I'm trying to be more grateful,
Mm.
right? If you don't have this book, it's called Surrounded by Idiots. Got to check it out by Isaac Erickson.
Second that great book.
Right.
If
So
you ever
it
join
makes
the
me
Renewed Home Team,
so-
that's the first book he gives you.
the first book. That is a mandatory read. But I will say, so that's something I worked on the past years, kind of understanding people. And now, getting busy with loans and real estate, and I just hit. In the next couple of days, I would have hit 20 years in the Navy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for
That
your
was-
service.
That was a challenge. And
Thank you.
Jake has retired last year, so I'm following his footsteps. And I can't wait to drop that part of my life. But I have to say, amongst all the moments of chaos, I'm trying not to complain
Mhm.
because I prayed for this, right? So we prayed to be busy,
Yes.
and now I'm super busy,
Yes.
right? And I'm trying to enjoy the chaos. So amongst being a dad of 4 kids and a great husband and a team lead and a realtor and that's it. Okay.
Is that it?
Well, yeah. So no, but yeah. So just trying to be more grateful and just enjoy what God has put in front of me, and also to retire from the military. I can't wait to hang that part up.
Bro, it's there's so much weight, and I heard it 100 times before I did it.
Mhm.
It's just insane the amount of relief that you feel,
Oh, I can't wait.
and it's not I mean, Rosie,
You retired medically.
You got out this year. You're
I'm done. Yeah, thank God. I lifted so much weight off of me that I decided to have another baby.
just add more weight and get a baby.
Maybe I'll do the same. Maybe I'll make room.
I got time and I got control over my life and honestly, real estate does keep us busy, thankfully, and I do ask God to continue keeping me busy. But it's hard to be present sometimes because after the military, when you're in the military, it's so go,
Right.
that now I'm like, wow, I have so much time. This is weird. I feel weird, like I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough.
It's so crazy because when she retired, I would call her because I wouldn't hear from her. And usually when she was, still active duty and real estate, she kept calling me like, "What are you doing for your business today? Why you sound like you're still in bed? It's time to get up, Betsy." I was like, But
I'm feeling it.
You're guilty.
I
of
was
it?
grinding.
Yeah.
Grinding. When you're in uniform, you're up, you're at it, and
First thing in the
when
morning.
you take the uniform off, there's no need to be up at 5 a.m.
Don't even get me started because when Anthony was like, when we had huddle, we used to have huddle at, what was it, 8 o'clock?
no.
7:45. You
No,
get there at 8.
before.
Yeah, it was 8:30 before.
Before it was 8:30, and I'm the one that's like, Anthony, yeah, we should make earlier when I was in.
Right.
Yeah, we should make it
Right.
earlier.
6 o'clock in the
6
morning,
o'clock in the morning. We should all be up at 6. Now I'm like, Anthony, actually, we should push it to 9. Enjoy our bed.
Yeah. Now you see the other
No,
side.
now I see the other side. I'm like, dang, why am I up at this early? Like, what am I doing?
Well, the reason we had it at 8:30 is because real estate really starts at 9. Lenders,
Yeah.
realtors, they get to the office, go around they go to the coffee pot, and they start working around 11. But we started a little bit earlier, right? So we wanted to be in the office, have huddle, and then get right to work. So
Right.
that's how we started.
We're in a good rhythm right now, I think.
Yeah, I think we have a good rhythm
I think we're
going.
moving forward pretty healthily.
7:45 is a good time. I just need to
7:45
get
is
there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get there at
absolutely.
2025.
We're gonna move it up this year, so
Oh.
hey, new year, new us.
What time?
6:45.
Whoa.
Well, I'm retiring this year, so we'll try it out. No.
Oh, okay.
We'll see where it goes from there. So, what I really want to talk about, honestly, since we're going into a new year, and last year was very chaotic. Year before was very chaotic.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the viewers want to know, like, do you think this year is going to be a seller's market or a buyer's market?
That's a great question. I think it's going to continue to be a buyer's market, and I think the biggest factor of that is just going to be the rates. I think the rates are going to. Well, I'm not an economist. Right. Honestly, all of you, I don't think anybody out there knows. So nobody's going to be able to.
We don't have a
predict
crystal ball.
Nobody's got a crystal ball.
Pray for the best.
Yeah.
But I think it's good. I think it's going to continue to be a buyer's market.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
And you know what I also noticed that with the rates, even though they're, speculating it's going to go down, it's going to go up, even when it just goes down just a tad bit, you hear all this chaos, right? Like
agents are posting, lenders are
posting. Rates have gone down.
Right.
Grab that headline and just use it for your next reel.
Anthony, what are rates looking at?
Yeah.
They're worse than yesterday. I was like, wait, what?
Doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
So I think, I feel like a lot of people out there that don't know the real estate market, that, are just trying to maybe get a feel for it. They start seeing all these ads like, hey, rates come down, rates are this. And once they get pre-approved, they're like, well, what's the rate? Why is this so high?
Right.
Because they're really not getting the knowledge that they can. And they're just, again, social media, the surface.
Well, and things change hourly, right, Anthony?
Absolutely.
I mean, things like you could go Monday to Tuesday, Tuesday to Wednesday, but you can go 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock.
Oh, yes.
In a heartbeat, things change.
9 a.m., I get in, I start looking at clients' profiles, start seeing who I'm going to lock, and then I'll get a text like, alert to lock from MBS Direct, someone I subscribe to. And I'm like, alert to lock. Now I got to go through 15 names again.
Yeah.
And then get their permission, right? So I don't, you may not make it to everybody, so usually I have that conversation up front. But yeah, it changes all the time.
So what I take from that is you got to find yourself somebody that's in that loop. Otherwise, if you're looking at a reel from Monday and it's already Wednesday and you're on your social media thinking the rates have dropped or whatever it is, don't trust it. You gotta have somebody in your hip pocket that knows what they're talking about.
Absolutely. Call me.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, call me.
Call Anthony.
That's it. I'll be available. So except when I'm blocking everybody.
So is everybody on? Are we in the same line? Buyer's market? Is anybody thinking sellers or what?
I think we are. I think it's a buyer's market, but I also feel like some sellers feel like it's a seller's market because they're still trying to negotiate like they did, about almost a year ago when they were able to negotiate a bunch of offers and give very, very little credit to the buyer. And then now when they get an offer, they're like, how much? Oh my gosh, they don't want to do that. Well, that's too much. Why so much money? It's a buyer's market. Your house has been sitting in the market for like 60 days. You know what I mean?
That's a good thing
Yeah,
for us.
yeah.
But I'm excited to see what the summer looks like. I think it might switch to a seller's market.
In the summer?
I think.
Okay. Well, we know, when we have a new president
Mm-hmm.
coming in office, so whenever there's a new president, or with this president, prices tend to go one way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they tend to go up. So, and that's the forecast anyway. We already knew when rates go down, prices are going to go up. But what if rates stay the same? You know?
I think that's where, a lot of people make that goal, 2025, I want to buy a house. But they don't really start making the move until, I think, like summertime. That's why I'm like, I think maybe it might shift. Like it normally does in the summer, we start seeing a lot more people.
People get used to the rates.
Yes.
They get used to it. Yep.
I think we start seeing more people on the market, more offers coming in for, your listing and things like that. So that's going to be... I think that's where it's going to hit, like in the summer.
It does get busy.
It gets busier.
Change of presidency, so maybe adapting to the rates, combine those two things, and yeah, you could see some buyers wanting to get out there. 100%.
I want to say it's probably going to be before the summer. I want to say about tax season.
Really?
Yeah.
Tax season?
I feel
You
like
get that
tax
money,
season.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Getting
that
that
payment.
money, down
Yeah.
payment. So I want to say, I want to say tax season. We're going to start seeing people being more interested in, purchasing
I can
and,
see that.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
I'm using the tax money. You got to pay off that debt. That's what they need to start doing.
Well, I'll say, so what do y'all think? So if there's someone out there right now that's looking to purchase a home in the near future, whether it be 2025 or after, or let's say in the next 8 to 10 months, what do you think they should do right now?
I think Rosie just hit one of the factors on the head just a second ago. What'd you say?
Pay off that debt. They start paying off some debt. But, I think it's sitting down with the lender and really getting a big picture. A lot of people are scared to get their credit ran, but I think they do themselves an injustice by thinking that they have a solid plan. And reality is they don't see, sometimes they're just using Credit Karma. You only see 2 credit bureaus on there. And you're not even understanding where your credit score may be really at, or what you can fight on your
FICO is.
Yeah, what the real FICO is, what you could really fight on your credit score and make it better, and have a plan, maybe by that tax season, so then you can just pay that off, whatever is hurting you the most.
And one thing I'll say is this young man had a C lawyer out there, one of my clients.
I like C lawyers.
Right. And they said, just take all that debt you had, say you had 4 credit cards, minimum payments was to say, $100 here, $20 here, $40 there. And what lenders are looking for, we're looking at that minimum monthly payment. We don't care if the debt is $40,000, $80,000. We're looking for that minimum monthly payment. And by doing a consolidation loan, because that's what was recommended to him, and as soon as I said consolidation,
I was about to say that.
That
I didn't know
payment
that.
is huge. Yeah,
Yes.
that payment's huge. So now your ability to buy a house, that gap, that DTI increases, that amount you can afford decreases, right? So he just, if I got him before he did the debt consolidation, he would have been fine. For the price point that he wanted.
So we're talking about one of my clients, and I did not know that till you said that, because he was like, hey, like I've been working on my debt for about 2 years. It went from like $100K to $35,000. I was like, oh, you're ready. Right. And I sent him to Anthony, and Anthony called me. He's like, it's better if he had 50 credit cards with minimum payment than that loan.
Sometimes.
Yeah. But when he said that, I was like, that don't make sense.
Right.
Right. But then when you explained it to me, like, okay, like think about it. The monthly payment on credit cards are like $40, $25. He has a $2,000 monthly payment. So his DTI just went
$2,000,
up the roof. So that his purchase price now decreased.
Yep.
And I did not know that till you mentioned it.
Yeah, because you got BH, right? So BH, the person's BH is say 4,000, 2,000 of it's a consolidation loan, 1,000 is that nice Tesla, and then so it doesn't leave much room for anything else, right? Yeah. So especially for Cali prices, we already think this market's super high. I think it's great because I'm from LA, so the San Diego prices are outstanding. And I think it's just going to get worse or go higher because we have a housing shortage, obviously, right? So. Yeah, it's something you got to get in with a lender. I mean, that's the point.
And we're talking about reducing debt, bettering your debt to income ratio. And the second thing that happens with that, like inherently, is a better credit score, right? If you're reducing that overall debt, even by paying those minimums,
right,
your credit score is going to continuously increase, right? So,
Absolutely.
I mean, I think that's another thing is like, in line with the or not debt consolidation, in line with your debt reduction
Right.
is focusing on that credit score.
And focusing on the right debt. So
Right, exactly.
one thing we can do as lenders, and we've done it for some clients, is we can look at, okay, you're getting $2,000 in a child tax credit from your tax returns. Where should you put it?
Mm-hmm.
You maybe shouldn't put it towards that car payment. Maybe put it towards these debts, or not towards that small credit card. Let's tackle this one to bring that monthly payment down. So we can kind of give advice, and we can do a rapid rescore to bring their score up. There's all kinds of tricks of the trade that we use to qualify clients and make sure they look better in the bank size.
I mean, the scenarios that they need to like look at. I mean, everyone's so scared about 3-4 points that hit their credit score, right? Because a pre-approval or a hard inquiry, you know, it takes some points off your credit score. But overall, it's actually doing you such a great, like, it's actually helping you create a better plan to prepare yourself for that home buying process. I mean, even people that don't even know that, hey, hey, did you know that your like, for example, they have student loans, and sometimes they don't even know that it's actually really hurting their credit score. They think that everything is good, but reality is they need to go back in there and call the school, put it, you know, on hold, and yeah.
So why is, okay, I think I know the answer to I do know the answer to this, but coming from a lender's perspective, why is having a better credit score better for your situation? I mean, because do you get a better rate? Like, what are the incremental changes there if you improve your rate or your score by 20 points? What's the difference there?
Yeah, so sometimes, like right now in this market, the rate isn't all that much different.
Okay.
The rate could actually be the same as someone with a score of 100 more points, right? But the cost of getting that rate can change, or the bank may hit us with an extra 1.25 charge, or so yes, getting better rates, better pricing helps. Sure. But sometimes, I get a client with a 580 and they're like, well, I can get it, I think I'm going to get it. I could wait 6 months and I'll be at a 600. Well, it's the same. There's no difference there. So there are incremental steps to it too that make differences, but
5 or 10 points isn't going to do it for you.
And the clients that they haven't been good with the money the last 6 years, probably not going to get that much better the next year or two. So
that's a fact.
We just got to find the right solution for that person. I tell them, don't worry about the rate. We could always refinance it in the future, especially our VAs or FHA streamlines. Let's figure out a solution for you to get you in there, get you in the door, because this is an escalator. Let's be real. Like, prices aren't going lower, and rates go up and down, but the house price is what I'm really worried about. So,
I mean, especially in San Diego.
Mm-hmm. What would you say to a buyer that's looking on Zillow, Realtor.com, and they see the home for 30 days listed at 800, and now I dropped 20,000, and we're over here saying prices are going to keep going up? How would you respond to that if you're saying prices are going up, but yet the prices that are out there are decreasing?
That's a good point. That's the forecast. None of us have a crystal ball, right? So I'll say that's what makes it a buyer's market, because I'm telling you right now, I'm going in at 800,000 and getting that $20,000 in credit. You feel me?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Got to.
We don't go low. Okay, we go higher. We get the credit. We stay at the price. But I say this, like, there's always a calm before a storm, right? So, like, yes, right now is the calm. Like, people aren't used to the higher rates, and they're better than they were, a year ago, where we were a year ago. But people aren't used to it. But once they get used to it, I mean, it's going to shoot. It's just pent up demand. Like, we know there's a housing shortage. We know there's people that want to buy. They're just waiting. Pre-approvals went up on the last, when the Fed gave a few meetings back, they gave, hey, prices dropped 25 or rates went down 25 basis points. We're going to drop it. People don't even know what that means, but they jumped on it. Yeah. And pre-approvals, the numbers for pre-approvals went out the door. My pre-approvals went out the door, but then those folks who haven't bought, right? So you have all these pre-approvals sitting out there, and they're just waiting. And they're going to get used, and so we talked about the outlook for 2025. They're going to get used to these rates, and they're going to jump on it,
And the crazy part is that rates have been high many years ago. Right. My father bought, he said, like at 12%.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about back in the day? Oh yeah.
Back in the day?
Yeah.
Back in the day, right?
12%.
Of course, the prices of the home were less. Right. But if you think about it, if the economy, the cost of living is going up, right? We are in huge debt, I think it balanced itself out, right? Because the houses were lower, but we made less. Now we make more. So everything
Goes
kind
up.
of.
I mean, people at McDonald's make $25 an hour now.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, BH goes up every year.
BH just went up.
Almost, yeah.
2025 base rate, BAH rate, COLA.
Everything.
I'm taking it all.
Don't give it to housing. Bring it here. Okay. So,
Housing takes all that money, and you won't ever see it back. That's the.
Well, there's no negotiation over how much of that they're going to take, which is a piece that we have some help in. So we can negotiate in what your monthly payment's going to look like versus every penny of that BAH is going straight to, I'm not saying their name, the housing, right?
Yeah.
And it's just, you're out of control.
Right. And one thing that kills me is, you know, folks always say, you know, when we talk about like escrow money deposit. I just had a conversation yesterday with someone like, I can't afford an escrow money deposit. Well, the escrow money deposit usually is what, 1%? Now they're buying in Texas. The house is $320,000. That's $3,200.
Or you do a little bit more,
Right.
less.
Right. But now, but if you look at going to rent, you have to pay first month's, last month's rent, you know, and then this guy's getting all his closing costs covered, right? So the argument is the EMD. I'm like, that's nothing. It costs you nothing to get in the house. Like, we've had somebody just closed. I think it was Natasha. Her client said she put nothing in. Your client
My
in Florida
Same, right?
put no EMD,
No EMD.
no deposit, like literally no money,
No,
That's amazing.
They didn't even need it. I didn't understand how that
nothing out of
worked,
pocket.
Our VA
No
buyers
EMD.
just put $1,500. VA
$1,500.
buyers
Yeah,
on a
and-
new build.
On a new bill,
I put
$1,500.
$500 on my first house. 500
Who's
some
your
change.
realtor?
Hello, my
Outstanding.
realtor right here.
They're on the
Outstanding.
Renew home team. Let them know.
Outstanding.
Hey, call me.
I bought my first house with 500 and some change.
Right.
I can't remember exactly,
and
but
then we got to your second house.
yes, and my second
you
house,
still own both of them.
yeah, actually, my second house, I put in no money as well.
Dang.
No money.
Good for
But
you.
see,
Yeah.
That's the power of knowing somebody that's in real estate
Right.
and that they know what they're doing.
That has the
Absolutely.
power and the
That-
knowledge,
and
right?
the
Yes.
knowledge.
Most people don't know you can do that.
No.
Most
No.
people don't know you can do that.
They're
EMD is, again, a good faith deposit.
Yes. Negotiating tool.
Right. So I think we're giving too much away. So now I'm going to put a plug. Listen, on January 17th at the Chula Vista Brewery, we're going to have a VA masterclass. Come on
Yes.
out. And then we're going to do one in February for North County.
Yeah, February 6th at the Protector Brewery, North County representing up here.
Okay.
We'll get
Okay.
We got the sound.
Oh, you got the
Hello.
sound.
No, it's going to be great. Both events.
Yeah.
Same information, just different pools of San Diego County.
Right.
They need to learn how to use these credits because most people are always asking me, most of my buyers, they ask me like, why would I get a credit? And I'm like, you have no idea. You can do so much with credit
Absolutely.
from the seller.
And
It
nobody
actually
cares
benefits
what you do with it.
No one.
Right.
There
No
are
one.
very few restrictions on what you actually have to do with
Oh,
it.
I know. We paid
paid
off
off-
credit cards.
We
Right.
paid off cars,
Cars.
Debt
Cars.
consolidation.
debt consolidation loans, you know,
No.
whatever.
Hey, it's all about who you work with. So
Yes, that's true.
get with us.
Yeah, these fine, outstanding realtors here will take care of you. I will say that. So,
Yes.
and the work y'all have done. I mean, I know we had like 7.75 interest rates.
Mm.
We were buying them down to 6.5 with like what 30, 40, $50,000 in credits. Y'all are doing some work out there.
Negotiation.
Negotiating. Yeah.
Just talking through that.
Yeah.
Making friends with the other side. Making them think that they're your best friend.
Right.
Oh,
right.
but I am your best friend.
Exactly.
But then also representing sellers
Right.
and taking care of them as well.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
And letting
So-
them understand that they are still getting the best deal
Right.
on the market.
Right.
So
So we talked about buyers. We talked about sellers. So we think it's gonna be a buyer's market. But do you think it's still a good time for sellers to sell?
I think it depends on their situation, how long they've had the house,
Mhm.
you know, how much equity they really have because unfortunately some areas haven't grown as much as others, but then some have blown up,
Flourished. Yeah.
flourished.
Yes.
I remember I seen some, I mean the new builds, some of them started at 300 and now going for double the price.
Mm-hmm.
And all they are is like little 2 bedrooms. I'm like, wow, this is, you know, this is great. If somebody grabbed a piece, whoever grabbed the piece of that house, they have enough money. I mean, maybe they don't, or it's up to them. It's
Yeah.
their situation.
Absolutely.
I agree. It's all personal circumstances.
Right.
I don't think any particular time is best for everybody.
Right.
Agreed.
But if you've got a few years of time in a home, especially at this point in San Diego County, there's a really good chance you've got a decent amount of equity.
Absolutely.
And whether you're in the military or you're not, you've got 3, 5, 10, or 20 years of time in that house. There's some equity built up, and yeah, you need to call one of us and figure it out. You know, where do you stand?
Right.
How do you compare with everybody else in the neighborhood?
Right.
There are options out there for you guys. You guys just need to call, figure out who you're talking to that actually knows the market and that are giving you the right information. And once you get that, you at least you know where to start, how to start, and you have all the information you need for when you're ready to take that next step.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, that's great. So that's buyers, that's sellers. Now, my next question is, see, I have to take notes because I'm getting old, y'all. So,
how old are you, Anthony?
yeah, so
Oh, let's not. We're not going there. We're not going to the age
please don't go there,
brackets
okay?
here.
Because the Navy years, boy,
Navy.
January 10th, I hit, a lot of years. But so last year we had the compensation thing go down. Since we're talking about sellers,
Yeah.
the compensation thing went down, right?
Right.
So
You're talking about how the sellers have to or cannot outline whether or not they're providing buyer broker compensation. Is that
absolutely.
right?
So the
yeah.
Sitzer versus Burnett case, where and I don't know, a lot of clients don't know what that is. They just know they say that, hey, that real estate lawsuit thing.
Yeah.
How does that affect me? Someone just asked me at work the other day in the Navy, like, hey, don't have to pay you now.
Yes.
And I was
That's
like, no,
everybody's question.
nobody's paid me yet. Not yet, right? So
Or how much do I have to pay you?
How much
Or
do I
how
have
do
to
we
pay
pay you?
Yes.
how do I pay you?
You know?
Credit card.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Don't
What
say
if they're
Cashier's
not
check.
paying?
Yeah.
Right.
that. No, so is it any different for y'all? Because y'all practice. You've sold houses here in the last few months, so
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it hasn't been any different for me. I'm just like, hey, this is my client wants your house, and this is my commission, and is this what the seller is giving, or it's still a negotiating thing, but I think it's more of a clarity between everyone in the transaction. I think that's all it is.
Yeah, I agree. The clarity is right on the head for me. Like, that's the first conversation you're having with a buyer now,
Right.
or the
Right.
first conversation you're having with buyer or a seller in any
Absolutely.
situation,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Instead of it being assumed
Mhm.
that the
That's
seller was covering it and then it gets glossed over and forgotten about or never discussed,
Right.
and it being assumed. Now it's discussed up front, and I think it, for me at the beginning, I thought that was going to be a hard change. I thought it was going to be a hard conversation to have.
Mhm.
It really wasn't, and in fact, it's brought a lot more of a trusting bond that I've had with my buyers and my sellers since then,
Absolutely.
because we're laying out on the table and I'm talking about the services I'm going to provide them,
Agreed.
and they're like, "Oh shit, you do all that?
Right.
Yes.
They didn't
And
even
it's
know.
like-
They had no
They
idea.
had no
I got-
idea.
I got you." And then it's like, "Well, yeah, hell yeah, I'm going to pay you," and
Right.
and
Mhm.
it makes it easier.
Absolutely.
And you know what? They're even open to it. It's like, I want you to get paid.
Yes.
There's some
Yes.
buyers.
People care.
There's some buyers that because there was an offer that we submitted, and they were only offering 1.25.
Yeah.
And my buyer was like, "Well, how much is the original?" I was like, "Between 2.5 and 3." He's like, "No, go ahead and do what you got to do.
Right.
Like, I want you to get
Negotiate.
paid."
Right.
And these are buyers that are like, "Dude, they understand what we're
Right.
doing for them.
Right.
They understand that we're negotiating, we have their best interests at heart,
Yes.
and that this is our job."
Right.
And
We don't do this shit for free.
no,
Right.
and we,
Yeah.
I mean, we got to take classes. We got to get, the
Keep our
knowledge,
license
the
up to date.
right knowledge.
Right.
We keep training. I mean, our team trains once a week. We have huddle.
Mhm.
We have access to, Sasha and Renew and just a team in general that, if I don't know something, Jake might know it. Rosie might know it. So we keep, putting the knowledge out there. We keep learning, and, that takes time out of your day.
Yeah. And
There's stuff.
I mean, booking showings, all of that takes. Did we pause? Oh, sorry. I heard the beep.
It's all good.
yeah. So
I was
moving
like,
on. Yeah.
Go,
Okay.
Anthony.
Yes. Thank you. Makeup. So
no,
yeah,
definitely.
no, for sure. And you threw me off just now.
Oh no, makeup.
They're right.
No,
So,
I mean, most people don't even know how much it takes to actually book all these showings, right? I mean,
yes.
how many showings have you guys had in a day? I think I've had like maybe 15.
I say the most I've ever done in one day.
The most.
Oh, during COVID?
No, like
Yo,
yeah, during
I
COVID,
had
whenever.
so many in Temecula one time. I think I had like 15.
Mm-hmm.
So many that I had a hotel room,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
right? And
I had to
kids
do that
come
for a
up,
listing
Sasha came
before.
up,
Yeah.
and then the next day I had to finish because there's so
Some
many
more.
new builds we were visiting. Well, one client wanted new builds, and I had to intertwine them. Like, go get lunch. I'll see you in a minute. I was dying. It was hot as hell. My shoes are melting. Right, like man,
Especially up there.
Yo, it was so hot, and I'm over here buttoned all the way up here. No cleavage. Like, just it was. I was like, man, never. I started wearing shorts.
So I've never had more than like 10. That was good.
Yeah. No, that came from Lisa. Shout out to Lisa in Texas. She's one of our realtor partners. She's like, hey, I watch your videos, But you got to show some cleavage. Like, I'm buttoning the top. I'm married.
Too tight. I'm married.
No, it's an inside joke. But no.
Not anymore.
Yeah, it's out. It's out. Sorry. But no, I'd say that's the most, about 15. And it wears you out.
Oh,
It does.
yeah.
And I'm talking about
Oh,
morning
yeah.
and discipline. Like, hey, we have to go now. I know you like the kitchen. Cool.
I was just gonna say,
Right.
you gotta be that
Right.
guy that keeps people on time.
Yes, it was a lot. I was late to a few showings, but I always give like myself a window too. So.
I think
Well, and that kind of comes down to the compensation, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
a not so great agent is not going to keep you on time. You're not going to see as many houses. The logistics of it all, if it's not planned out, that whole day is royally screwed up.
My goodness.
And that's where there's value in that.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
value in somebody keeping you at 20 minutes,
Yes.
knows how long it's going to take you to get to the next place,
Right.
Agreed.
and knows how to fit in 12 houses in a day.
Yes.
And let me put in there, knowing how to start from point A to point C, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because if you're showing in point A, then you go to Z, then you go back to A, and then you go back to Z,
I've
then
seen
to
realtors
X.
do that now.
And it's like, whoa.
The client's like, we were just over
here,
Yes,
5
yes.
minutes from the other
Yep,
house.
Yep.
So it's a lot of planning.
It's a lot of work. Yeah.
It's a lot of planning.
So
that
that's
goes
actually why I don't drive clients in my car anymore.
Yeah,
So
I
shout
stopped
out
doing
to Tesla.
that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
self-driving, because I am moving appointments
Yep.
in
Oh,
Google
yes.
Maps in order ABCD. Like, oh, they added a new one.
Imagine
So,
not
like-
having a Tesla, okay?
Oh my goodness! I can do it.
Well, how do you-
I don't think I can imagine.
I'm sorry.
Driving with the D. Driving with the D. Oh
we feel
man.
sorry for you.
Hey, welcome.
2025.
I'll
I'll
send you a
join the
referral-
Tesla gang.
I'll send you the referral credit or
Yeah.
referral code. Yeah.
Well, actually, I was gonna do it for her.
Oh,
I think
okay.
don't
I'll send it
worry
first.
about it.
Got
Too
it.
late, she's already got me.
Yeah. That's a club. Let's go.
No,
but
I
it's
definitely
challenging.
think it's a must. The Tesla, while you're a realtor, it does you right. Especially after you told me I put the thing on, self-drive. I'm on my way to Hemet or something, and they send you another house, and you have to add it because you're there for them, right? And then at the same time, you're like, man, like, okay, we got maybe an hour and a half, and we
Yeah.
gotta hurry up and get
Yeah.
there. Even if what if they're late?
Yep.
Then
And
you
then
have
also,
to.
if you drive a Tesla, you have to factor in charging time.
Oh, bro,
See,
I've
that's
done that.
what
I
I'm
got
afraid.
standard
Oh, my
range.
Really?
Y'all got long range?
Yeah, I have.
I've standard.
Right.
Biggest mistake I've made.
One of my
buying
cars is
that car.
standard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I only get 200 miles. I can't do 8 hours of showing.
Oh, for sure.
I get like 4 or 5 hours of
Right.
showings,
And then you
that's
got the
it.
built-in
So
the lunch and.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I got
Build the
to. That's
lunch.
good. Yeah, so I got to know where the superchargers are at by the Target or by
Listen.
the Chick-fil-A or whatever.
One
It's
time
like,
during COVID, during that the same day with the 15,
Mhm.
luckily one of them was a good buddy of mine. We had to go in Ubers to about 3 of them while the car charged.
Wow.
Yeah, and I got charged for overcharging. Right?
yeah, because it's sat,
Wow.
right?
So I got
Yeah.
free supercharging for life. I've never been charged anything, but this day they started charging me for overtime.
Yeah.
They
'Cause
never
it's
used to
sat.
charge us. Yeah. So I had to put a card on file. Never had a card on file with Elon or anything. Now I have to do it. So.
Man.
For overcharging.
Yeah. Well, I get free supercharging for life. I got him. Okay. So now the Cybertruck is different. I don't get it on that, but the car, I love it.
But no, back to what Rosie was saying, they do shoot you those addresses while you're looking at other addresses. And as a realtor, you don't want to miss those other addresses that they send you, other homes, because that might be the home.
That
You
might
wa-
be the
you
one.
wanna
And it
provide
has
the
been the
customer
one.
service.
And it
Over
was.
and over again.
Yes,
Yes.
I was just the closing that we had in Spring Valley.
Right.
We were not planning to look at that house.
Right.
It was literally down the street
Right.
from the one I had a showing.
Right.
And she's like, "What about this one, Betsy?" Like literally down the street on the same street.
Right.
And I was like, "Let me see." And so I'm like texting
Right.
and literally
And
sitting
the other
as they're
agent would have
watching.
said no. Like,
Right.
no, not today.
I'm sitting in the living room and they're looking at the house. I was like, "Give me 1 second." Doo-doo-doo. I was able to get them in. That's the house they got into escrow,
Absolutely.
and they closed.
Looking back on all of my buyers,
Mm-hmm.
I'll bet you half of them were a last-minute ad on a
Yes.
showing the night
Either
before,
you
the morning
found it
of.
or they found
Oh,
it.
hey, so and so,
Somebody
I found it. Hey, we're gonna go check this out
Right,
tomorrow.
right.
Yes or no? Thumbs up or down?
Yep,
And
yep,
it's
happens.
like that ended up being the one.
So that's why, as a realtor, you cannot miss those homes
Yeah.
because you don't want if your buyer to miss the opportunity to find their dream home. And then once it goes into escrow, they're like, "Damn, I really like that home, and we didn't get to see it."
I think the foundation of what we're talking about is the customer service that is provided.
That's true.
And I mean, not every. I'm telling you, and I'm not. Yeah, I'm maybe tooting the horn a little bit, but that's what you get with the Renew Home Team, and it's
Oh, yeah.
across the board. Every one
Right.
of these guys is going to drop what they're doing to make it happen for you.
I love it. That was great conversation. Okay, so I want to leave the folks with this. Like our channel,
Absolutely.
right? Like this content, subscribe, please, and let's close out with one tip you'll give everyone for 2025. What's
Oh,
one
y'all
tip?
look at me. Did you see that?
Yeah, just
All
Jake
three of
leads.
those faces
Jake
came
leads it.
straight to me
Jake
like
is
I
the
got
leader
something
here.
to say.
Yeah.
Jake the snake.
Snake, let us know.
The first, you said Jake the Snake. Thanks for the
Yes.
reminder.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you this one question:
Ooh.
You want the snake on your team or on the other side of the team?
Oh.
Damn.
Which team do you want the snake on?
On my team. Let's go.
I want the snake on your
Well,
team.
good thing he's on our team.
Yeah. They'll get him. Look, right in the grass. Yeah.
My turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Just reach out, find out the information you need. Don't just stay wondering if you qualify or, the possibility if you could even buy a house. Get the right information with the right people and just pursue that. That's a dream that you've had. Pursue it, find out how to start, and then just go from there.
Oh, you hit it right on the nail.
Like
So I was
that.
just going to say, hey, call us, get with us. Let's sit down and talk about a good financial plan for you 2025.
And I'll end with this. January 17th, Jake will be teaching.
Yes.
These young ladies will be there. Also in February on the
6th.
6th,
At
we'll be out
Protector
again
Brewery.
at Protector Brewery. So we'll be out in East Lake and then Protector Brewery out in Miramar, just giving you the same advice. So if there's nothing else to like about us is we're not your normal car salesman. We don't push you into any homes. These folks are as down to earth as it gets, right? And we're here to help you. And that's genuinely how the rest of the 18 agents we have are, and the other 2 lenders that we have. Everyone is the same. So please continue to follow us, like us for more content, and let's have a great 2025.
Let's go
do it.
2025.
Woo!